good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. I am your host with the most, A.D. Walker, the pusher, the grower, the motivator. So I appreciate you guys for rocking and hanging with us. Yeah, thank you, my podcast people, for being with us and hanging and being a part of all that we do. And I want to apologize early to all my podcast people. I dropped the ball a little late for one of my broadcasts. Forgive me for that. But so I appreciate you guys for hanging and always supporting. Today we're talking about, can we collaborate to build better? Can brothers work together to build better? I know we always talk about collaboration. And I know we've visited this topic several times, but my panel changes and switches up. So I love reintroducing certain conversations. So make sure you share, make sure you tag, let everybody know that the Brothers of Legacy is in the building. And if you feel like, and you're on the Jamie? If you feel like you're not getting notifications, and you feel like, why do I not know the brothers are on? What's up, Kathy? Good morning. Make sure you go to Spliggity Splow. Join our text community. Text LWN to 84576 and never miss a broadcast. So make sure you do that. Join our text community. Text LWN to 84576 and never miss a broadcast. So then you'll know that the brothers is on. All right. Let's do this. Spliggity Spow. What up, Richard? Good morning, sir. All right, we're gonna go ahead, get into this joint. Bam. So without further ado, let's get this short intro so we can get it popping, crack-a-lacking, smacking, don't stopping. What am I doing? Is that what I want? Yeah. All right, let's go. All right. Good morning. And welcome to another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. Bam! What up, Mr. Reparations? Ephraim in the building.
How you be?
I'm good. So I got a question. That light, can you get it to flip around on the other side to be pointed towards you? Because you look like an eclipse.
Like dark?
Yeah, very much so.
Is this a racist comment, bro? Hold on. A minute.
You're just looking darker than usual, my brother, which is fine, but it's just hard to see. What up, Cheryl? Okay. Good morning.
I'm on a new laptop. Let me figure this out.
Okay, new laptop. All right, look at that. New things, big things happening. Let's see. All right. So like I said, today we're talking about, can we collaborate to build better? Take this opportunity to share, tag somebody, get somebody in this conversation, because I know you've had this conversation. Either, yeah, we could work together, or we don't ever. There we go. That works. Let's see. Hold on 1 second. Can't do that right now. All right. So, like I said, today we're talking about collaboration, and can we do better? So, what we're gonna do? My wife sent me a text, threw me off. We'll get back to that if it ain't necessary, like right now. Just give me a moment. So let's see. Richard says collaboration, joint ventures, as well as your own crew's way to go for sure. Collaboration can be with 2 or 3 businesses in the sector community who thinks alike and maybe merge in cooperation to build biggest market share. Yes, indeed. He said, "Merry Christmas, Mr. Reparations." So do you feel like we struggle to collaborate? Like, I know we have this conversation quite a bit, but do you feel like we struggle to collaborate? And why do you think we may struggle to collaborate, if that's the possibility, or do you feel like I don't think there's much of a struggle with it? And I use collaboration, but I also wanted to kind of segue into friendship as well. Being an adult male, building friends. When you get older, some of the struggles with that. I know it's kind of like two different things, but can be one and the same. So the first question is: do you feel like collaboration can be a struggle? As far as building together.
Yeah, no doubt, absolutely. Because building something big, building something that's worth it, building something that's
Right.
that's beneficial.
Come on, Nikita.
It's hard to do.
Right.
And it don't matter if everybody comes to the table with great intentions, or no matter what. Like they say, Rome wasn't built in a day. My understanding of this saying was that's something great, because it was weird, but no matter what it was Rome was great. It was definitely wasn't easy to build. It wasn't like an overnight overnight celebrity, overnight success. It's something that takes time. So if what we're trying to accomplish is hard all on its own,
right,
adding the human factor to that is definitely going to make it more challenging. So it is challenging to collaborate, period.
Right.
It's just the flip side of it is you have to look at the importance. What is at stake if we don't collaborate? So if we don't do this, what do we lose?
Right.
What does the community lose?
Right.
What do I lose as an individual? You know what I mean? And life shows me that stuff gonna happen. It's gonna get done. But like, what role do you want to play in history?
Right.
What part do you want to play in your community? Will that community center skip a generation because I ain't want to listen and get it together, and I don't like the way AD do his hair? So we gonna come on, like it's
right.
The community center is coming.
Yeah.
But not only do me and AD miss out on being able to build it and be a part of it, the generation in which we serve misses out on the benefits of that community center. Right. But thank God that he ain't worried about us, and he still blessing the community. It happens. It just happens 15 years after our time. And the kicker is we might be alive to see it. Everybody cutting ribbon. We sitting up there with a meme mug.
That could have been us.
That ain't the color I would have chose. This it? Is this velvet?
Right.
So we would have been south. But it's important that we come together, because once you can put, and maybe that's too deep. I mean, because we collaboration, we talking about anything, but
no, go ahead.
Look at whatever you're trying to accomplish.
Right.
And don't just look at the accomplishment and what it takes. Look at the people part of it. Look at the people connected to what it is you're trying to get done. So look at the people that your book will help, or the people that soup kitchen will help. You feel me? Like once we can put the human part to it, you're a little bit more. There's a box, a donation box that we work with this 501c3 out in Lake Forest. And their name escaping me. I'm trying to give them a plug. Calvary Refuge. Okay. All right. So they just not accepting clothes right now for the pandemic, but they taking food and everything else. Got a box that's been sitting there, man. Shame to say how long. And I've been meaning to get it to them. And when I say they're not far, but as I was thinking about the fact that there's going to be a real life person that's going to use that toothbrush, and a real life person waiting on that, those cans of tuna, and a real life person that needs that deodorant. It's motivating me to get my behind on over there. You know what I'm saying? So like it's sometimes we get caught up in just the doing of a thing. And I know I'm going too left with this, but like it's if we can focus in on what we're trying to accomplish, it will help. It's still not gonna make it easy, but it will help in the struggles of collaboration. You feel me? Like if I can look beyond me and AD's differences about paint color and realize that this is gonna help keep a kid off the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a little easier to work through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Good morning, V. So that's the intricacies. That's the big one. That is the big one. Because I've seen partnerships kind of fall apart over small stuff. Not even like big stuff. It's just small disagreements. Just not agreeing on this, or just like, can't somebody just agree to disagree and let them do it? and yeah, projects fall apart because of small things. And we definitely have to see the bigger picture. Sam says, yeah, that looking beyond the superficial to see the greater picture. Yeah, like you said, does the color really matter?
In the grand scheme. Now look, your differences is your differences now.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't believe that the building should be pink. When you talk about it's just a weird thing to me, right? But maybe you got some, so I'm not saying we don't need to iron out these differences.
No doubt.
They keep real. I'm passionate about not making something pink.
Right.
But in the grand scheme,
right.
If we can, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why with all the Republicans, the Democrat thing, like when we get to the point where we are, where we can't sit down, you feel me, and just be like the American. And I don't want to get preachy with that, but I'm saying, I'm trying to use it as to paint the picture that we can be on one side of an argument, but overall we still Americans, right? So you got to come up with something. Like, I get that every side want to win because your perspective is what you think is best for what we're doing.
Yes,
I think pink is really going to draw more people. You can't miss a pink building. Okay, I got you. You feel me? But when I suggest my blue, you suggest your pink. At some point, we got to come up on some color. Mix them balls, all I care. But at some point, the community should suffer because we couldn't come to terms about which color to pick. You feel me?
Yeah, definitely. Cheryl says patience and trust are required. Yeah, it's definitely having that understanding and then agreeing on like what's your role, what's my role, like, admitting like I'm not as good at this as you are. Like, this is your section and this is my section. And that's kind of how, honestly, I believe, most collaborations start off, at least, like, man, I'm not that email writing type. And you the one, like, oh man, I could do sales emails in my sleep, like I can do that, So it's finding your lane and working your role. And then, like you said, agreeing to disagree, getting past the small things that can mess up the project, and trying to find a way through it, because, we can get stubborn sometimes. We can get stuck in our way, and we can, get in our own way. And it stops, projects and things like that. But how would you say?
I wonder what she meant by patience. I think I know what she means, but I'm just curious, Sarah, what you were referencing when you said patience. Yeah, the trust I get. The patience, I think I got. But what do you think she's saying?
I'm a shoot off saying that just dealing with somebody else. Period. Okay. Because unfortunately, like, sometimes even work ethic may be different. Like, I'm not a late person. You might be a a later worker than me. Like, and you may tell me, listen, I don't pop good until 11 a.m.
It's gonna get done.
It's gonna get done. But I don't start until 11 a.m. It's not what I do. Because I think we've been pushed in our head that, you got to get up early, But I don't need you to do a horrible job at 7 because you sleepy, you cranky, I can't function at 7 a.m. Like, I just not built that way. And I think that's part of patience and understanding who you're working with. What is it? Let no rule that labor among you. And that's that, having that patience, to know that this is how you work. And listen, you like, I'm like, boom, let's get this down. Boom, 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 boom. And you like, for me, if I was doing what you did, for me, it would take me 3 days. For you, it'd take you a week. I like to take my time doing this. I want to make sure everything, so it's like, okay.
And if you rush that and something falls through, then I'm gonna be mad at you. Like, bro, if you would have just let me take my 3 weeks. Yeah. Because real issues. Yeah.
Right. Oh, okay. So Cheryl says patience in the process and know it takes time. Know it takes time. Okay. Right. That's good. And that, of course, the trust factor. And then I think the trust can just trust in who you're dealing with. Like, you say, you're a person of your word. And if anything, like, I'm gonna get it done. This is how long it's gonna take me.
AD, let me ask you though, do you even get to the table if you don't trust me?
No, it's hard.
How we even got here in this position if you don't?
How did we get to if I didn't trust you, how do we get to the space? Because I would say because you had a resource that's more difficult for me to obtain. Like, you have a connect, and You know, but I could imagine Sam said, Sam, you don't trust him. I was like, I know, but he connected to such and such, and his end will save me like a year, a year of paperwork, a year of process. And I know, and like, even I don't trust it, but I know he's connected to him. Like, and then I got validation, like he did the same for Pastor. You know, it's resource told me I gotta watch him, but he can get it done. He says sometimes a need can put the a need can put the resources, but the connection will not last. Right. I guess it could, the need will come, for the resource. Yeah, but it won't last. Like once we done. Like
at some point we got to move from resource to trust though.
Right.
But I hear what you're saying. It's the resource that got us there.
Right. The resource got us outweigh. Right. Sometimes the need outweigh the resource. Right. And the connection won't last. Like we're going to the table for me. Like if there's a lack of trust, like let's put some paperwork between us. At least I'll have some level of legal recourse that I can hold over your head.
Like Eddie, what you're saying is key though. Like trust or no trust. Right. The paperwork should help everybody.
Yeah.
This is the just in case you go crazy clause.
Right.
let you feel good at night. You know what I'm saying? This how we gonna sleep better by having this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? But it's funny how the thing that can bring the security is the thing that makes people almost feel away like, oh, what you trying to say? You don't trust me? Right. He gave me a contract. You want me to sign this? What are you trying to say? Like, nah, bro, it ain't that. Let's do that.
Yeah, definitely. So Sisters of the Legacy was fascinating last night. If you missed the episode, make sure you check it out. Sisters of the Legacy every Tuesday at 8:30. But yeah, it's key that like that the paperwork, because if you're going through something like, oh man, going through some heavy financial stuff, hope we don't start weighing on the project or misappropriating or doing something shady. Those moments, especially like you said, you got the paperwork, but keeping it real, we know we have a legal document, but that still won't stop somebody necessarily.
Yeah.
The process,
it's protection when you do
right.
What you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's but that would give me comfort off top, like
right. At least. But like I got something.
I would like to see baby steps too. Like even if I had $1 million to give. Right. Maybe we don't start off on $1 million project. You feel me?
Right.
Maybe we make this a $20,000 project.
Right.
see how that go. You feel me? And then we build trust and like a personal credit with each other. Like he did because it's easy for me to talk about $1 million with you when I'm like, AD came through on them last 5 deals we did. No matter how small.
Right.
It's the track record part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or give me and you a chance to be like, hey, these last 5 deals, like them 11 o'clock emails just ain't really. Is there any way going into this $1 million?
Right.
Because these people that we dealing with expect this thing, I don't know, fill in the blanks. But you know what I'm saying? Like, could we? But I think all that's formed from the smaller little projects.
But I think that would be the challenging part. Like I would, when you're excited, saying yes is easy, but actually executing outside of my character, because because if like if you see something, like you may not like it, but if it's consistent, it kind of shows like, this is how they work. This is how I work. Like,
but
I'm gonna tell you on stream, I got this, son.
But it has to be a space for you to address it though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Like if I can't change it, I can't change it. Right. But you can't go into this partnership for a long period of time and not feel heard. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it just wouldn't be healthy. It's like holding in, your bowel movements or something. I don't know. I won't be discussing on your show. But you feel me? Like holding that in ain't healthy. Yeah. It's uncomfortable. It can cause, all kind of dangers and stuff. So it's just like, I got to give you that space. But at the same time, like you say, it is what it is, bro. This is me.
Right.
That's when I wake up.
Listen, and if anything, to me, it's crazy. Like, and even business or friendship, your consistency in character, like that. I think that matters more than anything. Like, even if I don't like it, at least I know what it is though. Like, certain people like we have the people that tear stuff up. Like, you call them, the cops are gonna get involved. You know, like you call them in this situation, the cops are coming. Do you really want to bring the jackhammer into this? You know, because
Right.
they're gonna take this altercation to another level. You already know who they are, you know, and it's those consistencies in character. To me, I think even if you got bad or non-favorable characteristics or stuff that I don't like, but it's consistent, I at least know, I always know where you stand. It's rough where you're dealing with somebody that's kind of like wishy-washy. you know, like they're all about being on time, but they're late sometimes. You know, like they're late, you know, with excuse, like just what's going on, you know. Oh, but it's having those to me, consistent character means a lot. It means at least I know where E stands. He great at this. He's rough at this part. Don't expect him to be there before 11 a.m. You know, like you said this project started at 7. You call E? He said he said yes.
When you hear that, no matter how you feel about it, let everybody know they know what it is. You feel
right,
what I'm saying?
Right.
You feel how you feel. But
we wait for it. E? We might as well get started.
That boy don't mean no harm by it.
Did you force him to say yes? Because he usually don't say yes. He must have hit you with the yeah. I'll be there.
For sure.
So it's those, that consistency in character, knowing who you work with, knowing who you're dealing with. But like I said, that trust factor, it's hard. Like if we've had a deal, or I know someone that I'm close to, that I can trust their word, and they say, yeah, he a little shady, he a little shady, so I know going in, if you're the quickest way to a resource, that I need to, cross my T's, dot my I's, I need to watch, I need to call, I need to follow up, and just think about all the parameters that I could lose out by your shadiness, And then sometimes it's the connection also. It's like, do I want to be connected to E going forward? Because my name and his name are gonna be synonymous for a little while going forward.
Bro, that's why you got some silent partners. You feel me? Like, I rock with you, but I can't be seen rocking with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you're a little too out there. You feel me? Like, I really feel, man, you can get this done, but you post a lot of personal stuff, and I don't want some beef we got to get posted. These are all legitimate concerns and questions. That's why I feel, like I said, like, build up a small reputation with our credit report, if you will, with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, and as a matter of fact, I think the less people that know about what y'all got going on, the better. You know what I'm saying? Because the just in case situations, if something happens, all these extra voices in our ear is not gonna help. You know what I'm saying? So like, because there will be an uncomfortableness where something might happen, and it might not even, like, you might be offended. Offended is such a strong word, but I'm saying, like, you might take something away, and it's like, I don't like the way he called that contractor and they showed up before I got there. I kind of, the way I would like to have it done, I would like to be there when they, who knows? You know what I'm saying? So I might be like, man, AD really gonna think I'm on top of it today, boy. I got everybody out here. Contract man, really time. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be so happy when he get here, and you show up,
and I'm side-eyed, right?
You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, there's no way to really discuss everything. You feel me? We go out, we gotta have a talk. We can get something to eat. Like, bro, this is what I'm looking at, this is what I'm doing. But there's gonna be some nuances that happen in the course of things that's gonna be almost impossible for me to predict. Like 5 months from now, if we get a snowstorm and they run out of salt, I mean, come on, like, I'm predicting weather. Like, you know what I'm saying? So something gonna come up. So we just gotta have those spaces and those opportunities and those touch bases to be like, feeling away about anything lately. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
You know what? It's funny that you say that, right? So, like, say we into a project and we good, and like I'm like, man, if E just has everything set up by the time I got there, boom, we could make some things happen. And then I have somebody in my ear, like, man, you need to watch that E. He be trying to take over projects. Like now, the thing I wanted, I'm coming in.
Yep.
Sure do got a lot of stuff running without me. Like,
Yeah.
And I'm side eyeing, and you like, and like I said, you think like, boom, you
On
gonna love this.
Just love this. He talking about he got him a solid partner. I'm impressed myself. Like, and you pissed the whole time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I might be doing all I can do because we might be at the portion of the project that I can contribute to. You know, this is what I can do. I can command the staff. I know how to manage people. I can go to Home Depot. I can spend the card and I can get the receipts back.
Right.
But we might be coming up on the part where Sam and AD handling all the finance, and I don't even like going to the bank, and I forget how to do the general ledger. So let me do all I can do.
Right.
Which is what I'm saying.
Right.
All I can do is look like doing too much to y'all. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the misconceptions.
Right. Oh, hold on, but then somebody in your ear, you let them have control of all the money?
They ain't got to do nothing. They ain't called one contractor. He showed up one time. Like, yeah. Well, I know a Negro. Yeah, that I gotta trust me.
You let them check the ledger? You know they can change numbers. Like you get in your head and you was cool, you was trusting, and then it's just like, hey, let me see them ledgers real quick.
Don't know what I'm looking at. Don't got a clue. What's this over here? Oh, okay, all right.
Right, holding us up as we are over, like, dude, you ain't never looked at the ledger.
Yeah.
You know,
and you try to figure out what's happening. And I got you know what I'm saying?
Right here. And Sam said, yeah, but things happen. We could always discuss everything, but it's important that when things come up, we talk about it. Don't have me wondering what's going on with you or where you at mentally. Right. And
that's the tension.
I always call it the fall away. Right. The fall away look. Like, oh man, he looked like he about to bounce. he got that fall away look. Like, oh yeah. You ever work somewhere at a job you looking like, oh yeah. John about to quit. He contemplating life. He like these boxes and this stocking. Oh yeah, this is for the birds. I'm done.
You pull up to work and be sitting outside 30 minutes, just staring at the door. Oh yeah. Don't say nothing to that boy. He out of here. Yeah, man. But like what Sam was hitting on, that's the tension. And you know what I'm saying? When you got a good relationship, you got a good thing going. That's the tension right there. Like, hey, I got something. I don't want to disturb what we're doing, but I don't want to appear to you a certain way, but I'm feeling a certain way. You get what I'm saying? It's a very tough place to navigate. And the true test of the relationship is built into that. What do we do after this conversation? You know what I'm saying? Were we superficial? I've had friends, you know, and we were just there for certain things, or we were just at a certain place, or we just enjoy certain aspects of the relationship. But when one little small test, and it ain't got to be no heavy biblical test. I'm talking about like, I want you to stay the night. I want you to meet my mama.
Right.
I want you to hold the key to my house. I mean, whatever, situation.
Right.
The relationship couldn't handle it. Like, how you lost my key? Like, you just got it last night. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so if I lose it, I get in. Like,
feel me? Like, that's the whole. You were supposed to be solid, and now I look at you funny when we try to resume our old activities, or when we try to go back and hang out, or you know, we go to play basketball, and you always want to fight somebody. Like I like the way you are on my team, but you cause problems, bro. So it's like, you know, it's how do we go back to just playing basketball? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
that's good.
What Sam talking about is real. It's important, but it's not an easy conversation. But that is the key. What she talking about?
Listen, this comment here, right? Said looks trustworthy to me. And I was taking it as like he's a solid dude. Like, I know him in all areas in life and things like that. And you know, we see things that we feel is trustworthy. See folks online, you see them, and you're thinking, oh man, they cool. They, you know, but you don't. I won't say going skeptical, right? But you always kind of keep your eyes open. You know what I'm saying? Like, in every deal, if you got a question, you ask. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and E do something like, okay, how you feel about this? Where we at with this? You know, just kind of know. You know, get your mind at ease. And I think, you know, it's important to have those conversations about trust. You know, have those conversations about, you know, what we're trying to get into. And like you said, you know, once you give me a responsibility, you know, like, hey, hold this key just in case. And you come to me, I'm like, oh, I lost that. You know, like it's it does change a relationship. You know, doesn't mean we can't ever interact, but it does change how, you know, the level of responsibility or trust you have in me at the moment, unless I build it back up or prove to you that was just a moment. Because we have them, we have moments, but you know, it's definitely key to really building a great collaboration. He said, but does it have to? Does it have to what? Does it have to what? I know with the delay in comments, I know. it's like, does it have to? But yeah, it's important to build strong collaboration, at least have communication, have conversation, you know, and not hold things in and where we don't have the discussions or we don't have the conversation. Oh, does it have to change the relationship? Nobody's perfect sometimes. Right. We are too over the top with stuff. Right. That's true. That's true. You know, like yeah, that's true. I think the one thing that always can affect the relationship is anything that deals with money. You know, money is life.
Uncomfortable. Anything that can challenge how you go forward,
right,
can be uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like, other than that, we just dealing with people's ins and outs. You know what I'm saying? When I first got married, like some of my biggest arguments was just about what time we leaving, you know, how early you like to be there,
right,
when you ready to go home from where you went. You feel me?
Right.
You know, because the ins and outs is like up to human preference, right?
Right.
So that stuff we can get over. You know what I'm saying? Like, you done drug me out here 30 minutes early, so we here, but you can get over that, right? You happy, you not late. Right. It's better to have a little chip on your shoulder about being early than the arguments that come from being late. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, that stuff you can get over because you can go forward with that. But like, yeah, money's a little funny. Contracts get a little funny because those things have such big payoffs, but such big consequences as well that they can really affect. So I guess what I'm saying, me and you can have we're gonna buy half a Nike. I don't know.
Right.
And the payoff for that is big. You know, grandkids that you ain't gonna see is gonna be able to see your money, right? So this is huge. So we blow that. It's a little hard to come back around to my granddaughter's birthday party. It's like, you can come to this one, but would you be able to really, you know, I could have enjoyed a whole nother one. You feel me? So nothing's impossible if people want to be reasonable. People want to work things out. I'm just saying the factors that make things a little tough to deal with. That's all.
All right. Sam says if a relationship is going to endure, we have to be willing to be willing, I guess, to work through things and move forward. Forgiveness is the true validation of connection. If you're going to hold everything against them, you will never truly connect. Right. You never truly connect to anyone. That's true.
That's real talk.
That endurance is
true. Because offense comes.
Right. So switching it up a little bit, do you struggle building adult friendships? Like, do you I mean, I know we connected late, you know, it's challenging. Like I realized, I guess it seems like the older I get, the more I realize you need people around you. like you need folk around you. You need to really connect with people. But I think somewhere between my 20s and 30s, I feel like I don't got nobody. I just got to do this by myself, other than me and Sam. Like that's all we need. It's all we need. I don't need nobody else. I don't need to form any relationships. You know, I'm gonna just rock this by myself. Do you find a struggle with that?
Well, it's like you're saying, that 20s, that 30s, well, especially 20s. You trying to find yourself, let alone another adult. Right. So, you know, you building that up and getting that going. And it's like you trying to get that figured out. So you moving, like I moved states, you know, I got married. I did some, like you couldn't even find me. You feel me? So, but when you're an adult and you settle down, all you're looking for is another adult, because the friendship don't go away. People we're not made to be alone. Even loners like to see people have interact. You know what I'm saying? I like to chill, but like there are times, you know, but when you're an adult, you just want to find other people that they ain't got to be on what you own, but they got to be about what you about. If that makes sense. I don't know how to un-Hollandale that, but that's the only way I know how to say that. You know what I'm saying? You know, all the rest of y'all in the comment, y'all can clean it up for me. But that's trying to say like okay, like you know what I'm saying. I got kids, and this can change no matter what the adult, because different adults are on different things. You feel me? Like you know, let's say you through with the club, you ain't doing no. You got all out your system in 30s. You 43 and you say you done with the club. Then the adult friends you have might not need to be the friend that's always trying to drag you to the club. Now they don't have to you. To the club. I got you. That's what they own. That's what they own. One day.
Okay, that makes sense.
But you need to not have people that's always like, bro, you always trying to stay in out. Like, don't come for me against it, because you know that I'm not trying to go to the club.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, vice versa, you know, put all our business out there online. But what I always tell you, what I appreciate about the Walkers is that y'all have challenged me to come out the house. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm on something different. You know what I'm saying? And y'all not taking me to the club, Pastor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it worked for me because it's a challenging thing. You know what I'm saying?
I think
I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
No. I think a lot of things is to me, it, you know, that next level with friendship is it's got to include both of us in a sense. You know, like it's, you know, I can do the whole by myself places, but it's just not the same anymore. That's like, you know, it rocks better when we together. You know, and like you said, the whole club thing. Like if that was your house, like, you know, Tangela like the club, you like the club, like we club it. You know, but it's the vibe of the house. I realize I think that's the struggle going from, you know, from your childhood or even young adulthood into, you know, being a family man. Sometimes it's like, sometimes it's a struggle finding other family men, you know, with the same mindset. But like you said,
the mindset. That's
right. You got folks trying to drag you to the club. You like, nah, man, I don't know. I don't get what I used to get out of it. It's not there no more, you know.
And that don't make you bad for the club. Once again, I'm not coming against the club.
Right. That's where you at.
Smoking, I ain't coming against none of that. What I'm saying is, you want to connect with people that understand what it is you trying to do or what you be about. Because it's also a standard thing too, right? So let's say, like, I have no problem with weed smokers. I don't smoke weed, but I have no problem with you. If you smoke weed, smoke it. You know, I'm not here to stop that.
Right.
But you don't come to my house and smoke weed. Does that make sense?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
Like, so and as easy as that might have just come out, and as much people has understood that, you still have adults who would come to your house and fire that thing up. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
You ain't smoking weed? Like, wait a minute.
I thought you were cool with this though, bro. Like, bro, no, first of all, what about me made you feel that firing this up would be a great idea? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm like, I'm trying to get on a golf course out there with Pastor, though, man. You did? I can't have you going to the clubhouse talking about the house over there smell like weed. You know what I'm saying? It brings an element that I used to be. My house used to be the house that you smoked at. Now I don't want you to even try to fire up your own personal joint.
Right.
We used to cut on the AC and it would smell like somebody fired up a joint because it was in the ventilation system.
Right. Just everywhere.
And now I don't even want you to have it by me. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm not on that no more.
Right.
So it's about finding other adults who respect that.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Indeed. Oh, Kaneem said repetitive incompetence is a deal breaker. I mean, you need, and I.
It's a book, right?
But you need to break that one down. Like, what?
I need 3 chapters on that at least.
He said respect, right? Around respect and boundaries. Yeah. Definitely. Because and it's funny, you know, when you have a family, like back in the day, you know, cats come over 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Yo, what you doing? You know, now it's like, Negro, my family's sleeping. Like, yo, it's cool out time. We don't know. We good. You good? Emergency? Yeah. You good?
Really? I had homegirls who would come to the crib. I mean, they was true homies, so nothing going on. But they would dress in a young 20-year-old Florida kind of girl way, right? You know what I'm saying? Trina was their role model, right? So they would dress according to their culture.
Right.
But they can't dress like that, call themselves my homie, and come to my house with my old lady. My little girls who I'm raising and to try not to be like Trina. You feel what I'm saying? It's like I don't. So once again, it's nothing wrong with a young woman who wants to show her body and all that or whatever. But I'm saying, you got to respect that. I got a situation where that would cause me more trouble than a little bit.
Too many questions. Like I can't.
Too many questions. Why she got that on? What she was thinking? Was you looking? Did you notice?
I don't know. I can't. I don't know what happened.
I don't know how that happened. So you know what I'm saying? Like that's the kind of adult friends I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? Not perfect, just respect what we're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I think that's the biggest issue. I know you got to roll out. I appreciate you for rocking and being on, man. Thank you for being here. We're gonna close out in a second. And have a good one. Enjoy your day, brother.
All right, man. Y'all take care.
All right, later. So struggling to have adult friendships. It definitely can be a challenge. It's just trying to find the right group, those that are in the same mindset. And it's not like like me and Sam go to church, we're saved and things like that. You don't necessarily have to be in that space, but just living, into what we're into. that's probably the best way to put it. Right, he said, respect the damn folk that blast music, turn it down, right? When they pass by the church, right. Some people, to respect the spaces, how to do what you do. He said, I still like live music, still gotta go to the club. Rare occasions, I did club 15 years. I feel you. But yeah, it's when building friendships as an adult, it's just trying to get around a circle of folks that are like-minded, and not those that are gonna cause strife in your house. It's nothing worse than trying to connect with somebody that every time you come around, you and your wife going at it because, it's like, why does he always do that? and you like, they're cool, but it's just like, you don't bring a great vibe to the house. So that matters. It's that respecting the boundaries, being older, like I said, not popping up. I don't pop up at anybody's house. You at that age, like, I understand now. I understand. All right. So I appreciate you guys rocking and hanging with us. Make sure you join our community. Text LWN to 84576. Text LWN to 84576 and never miss a broadcast where we're talking about conversations that are moving our community. All right. And as always, know that we love you. God loves you more. Sam always says, I take 15 hours to close out. I'm not. Today, I'm closing out. So I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Same time, same channel. And that's it. That's all. And we'll see you in the AM. As always, we love you. Know that God loves you more. Stay safe. Thank you guys for hanging, being with us. Sharing is caring. All of my replay peoples that watch in the background.